Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This is our Rise of the Runelords for Savage Pathfinder game. And before we get started, there is a small announcement. Some of you may have noticed that some of our games are on a tiny bit of a hiatus or moved around some because we have a new guest star that may show up occasionally. But we're gonna try and keep things somewhat the same, but maybe a little bit more casual because obvious reasons. Yeah. So does anybody want to recap what the heck happened last time?
Shit went sideways in a lovely desert town.
It's not quite a desert town, but yeah.
Some goblins showed up and were like, "We're gonna cut these dogs," and they're like, "We'd prefer if you didn't." Actually,
Yeah, no, that's about it. So our heroes found themselves in the coastal town of Sandpoint during the Swallowtail Festival, which was also rudely interrupted at sunset. Bless you. By a goblin attack. Our heroes stepped up and did what they could to try and stop the damage and prevent as much outbreak of fire from goblins running off half-cocked with torches as they could. Saved several people, including one Aldern Foxglove, who offered to buy them a meal at the tavern that evening. And Amiko offered them free room and board for the remainder of, I believe it was the month, in thanks for all of their help. We left off with the group of you getting a meal together, sharing some of your exploits with Mr. Foxglove while Snax took her meal in her room. And you all got your first advancement. If you want to share what you got, you can. You don't have to.
I'm even better at shooting things.
I don't remember what I did.
That's fair. Obviously, I am a horrible person and forgot to mention it. We are down Reese. He would have loved to be here, but could not, unfortunately. But we'll be back next time.
Dragon Ball Z.
Since we're trying to keep it a little casual, we figured it should be good. So, as the town of Sandpoint recovers from the attack and buries its thankfully few dead, the citizens do their best to get on with their lives. The cathedral is consecrated the next day during a very subdued and indoor ceremony. But things tend to start to die down a little bit. I'll say that about 3 or 4 days pass while you guys are continuing, while everyone continues to clean up from the mess and the chaos of that. And by that point, the goblin attack is remembered with a little less terror and more chuckles over the image of goblins accidentally lighting themselves on fire and getting kicked by horses and almost drowning in half full rain barrels. But you guys do know that the locals haven't forgotten their new heroes. You guys are very much welcomed by everyone. Just like walking down Main Street, you find yourself being accosted by the local baker who rushes out to insist on giving you free bread and a visit to the hagfish brings an immediate round of cheers and applause and a round of drinks on the house.
Nice. I like bread.
So is there anything specific you guys would like to do in the days following this chaos?
Not sure. I feel like there's something I was going to do, but I forgot what it was.
I will try some music.
Okay.
To earn some coin.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll your performance.
I succeed with a 5. Yeah.
All right. All right. I will say it doesn't get you a ton just because there aren't as many people in town so long after the festival, and a lot of folks are probably still trying to save up from all of the expenses of the festival, but you do earn about 8 silver. And I will say that Banyen, as you're sort of wandering through town one day, these like 3 days after or where would you be located on the third day after the attack? Where would you be hanging out?
Probably, let me check the names again, because I'm bad at names. Probably hanging out with either Brodert or Madame Vashti.
Okay.
Generally making a nuisance of myself, I'm sure.
So I'll say maybe with Madame Vashti. She sorry. So she mostly hangs out on the porch area of her little house, often doing like card readings and bone throwing rituals. Mostly for travelers. Most of the locals don't really have anything left to ask her.
Yeah.
But sitting out on the porch chatting with her, you see the town sheriff, Sheriff Hemlock, approach. Banyen, yes?
Yes, sir.
I was hoping I could ask you and your associates from the night of the attack for a bit of assistance with an issue that we're having. Would you happen to know where I can find them?
Yeah, probably back at the hotel.
All right. So I'll say that you guys can gather up either well, Aarrol Lei is probably easy to find considering he's probably out playing music.
Oh yeah, I'm jamming.
What would Snax be doing?
Snack.
I think Snax is, she came to this town looking for an odd job to do, some more odd jobs. So I think that's probably what she's doing. Also trying to stop Percy from eating all of the food in the town.
And that is a difficult one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So. Okay, yeah, you had mentioned that she probably does some odd jobs at the brewery and shipyard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll say that one of the guards approaches you while you were working at the shipyard, Snax, and lets you know that Sheriff Hemlock would like a word if you have a chance. That everything is fine. It was just some follow-up about the goblin attack.
Before they say that it's fine, Snax definitely looks at Percy and is like, "What did you do?" He drops a cake. She's like, "Okay, I guess I'll head that way then."
And I'll say that one of these guards also approaches, asks for, Zaro, to join you guys, and finds him while he's probably talking with Broderick Quink. He'll sort of be in the background just so that he's around and aware of the stuff going on, but, so. You guys, in turn, eventually meet up with Sheriff Hemlock at the town garrison, where he's sitting behind a very plain desk that's filled with a handful of pieces of paper and things, and he's sitting there doing paperwork when you guys enter in. Oh, yes. One moment. Let me finish this. And he finishes writing up what he's doing before setting it aside. I wanted to follow up with the group of you. Father Xantus, after the after the raid on the town, noticed something a little concerning. I don't know how many of you were familiar, if any, with him, but the former priest of this town, Ezakien Tobyn, we believe his grave was disturbed during the raid. The stone door to the burial vault was left ajar, and Father Xantus asked me to reach out to the group of you and accompany him to the boneyard. I don't expect much. I'm guessing a goblin didn't make it out and sought refuge there and got trapped in the vault. But Father Xantus just wants to be cautious and asked for your assistance in this. Would you
Sounds
be
good.
interested?
Yeah, sure. Anything for the town.
All right.
I mean, what are famous heroes like myself for if not to, help people?
Oh yeah, I'm famous. I forgot we're famous now.
Mhm. Oh yeah, we're great heroes. Great. We're the Goblin Slayers.
I think I heard a tale about that once.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'll sing you the tales later of the great Goblin Slayers who were after the One Piece.
Okay.
So, if you will, I would prefer to do this during daylight hours. I'm not the superstitious sort, but it's best to be cautious in these things just because the graveyard is a bit
Spooky at night.
precarious and it's just not the most flat terrain. So you guys make your way over to the boneyard, where Father Xantus is sitting standing at the entrance waiting for the group of you.
What's up, Padre?
The boneyard is to the east of the new Sandpoint cathedral. And it's a expansive cemetery that overlooks the river. There are several stone vaults that are owned by the more affluent members of the town near the
If anybody's in row 20, I can highlight where it is on the Sandpoint map for you.
And aside from the vaults, there's dozens of humble plots, each marked by simple gravestones that sit amid like trees and shrubberies and whatnot.
Shrubberies.
And standing next to Father Xantus is another man, a man with a sort of a twisted back that's sort of hunched over, leaning heavily on a cane. That I want to say, who of you have been here the longest? I think Aarrol Lei, you've been here for a bit, right?
Yeah. Sup, Dampe?
You recognize this as Naffer Vosk, the gentleman that maintains the graveyard and is responsible for ringing the church bells and maintaining the boneyard and everything and keeping it clean.
Yeah. You haven't had that annoying boy who destroys pots come through yet again, have you?
No, not in a time.
Oh, okay.
Father Xantus greets you, greets all of you. I thank you so much for coming to check this out. I don't want to be. I just want to be cautious. I don't know what to expect down there, and abundance of caution I feel would be warranted considering the events of earlier this week.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So the vault that he leads you to is a small square stone structure that's sort of near the wall of the graveyard. And it's used to house the remains of the previous like caretakers and priests and acolytes who served at the Sandpoint Cathedral. And the stone door is sort of hanging ajar and off of the hinges. Or I guess stone doors have hinges.
They can, I guess.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we should head on in, right?
Yes.
So walking in, you can see that the ground all around the vault is sort of churned up. Like there's been a lot of foot traffic through here. And even though the vault door isn't very far open, it's easy enough to open it the rest of the way so that the group of you can fit inside. What are you doing?
Alright.
Uh, I mean, I can go in if nobody else wants to.
Yeah, I guess I'll go in first. You got the range stuff, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
got
good.
them magical boom booms. Yeah.
I know that sounds.
So I guess
um.
pull out a torch.
All
It's
right.
probably dark in here. Hold on. Can we all see in the dark?
The one human can't.
Who the hell is a human?
Reese's character.
Peace.
Oh,
Zara.
torch. Come on, Zoro.
Okay. So stepping into the vault, you make your way past the first little entranceway that's filled with candles and into the main vault where you can see rows upon rows of little alcoves where bodies would be interred. You do see one that is shattered and opened. But before you really have any chance to investigate
No, there's your
which
problem. Ain't got no bodies in it.
which area this is, you all notice movement inside the this room as a skeleton lurches out and attempts to take a swing at Aarrol Lei.
No.
I need roll 20 for cards. That would be smart.
Never gonna give you up.
No. Absolutely not. No.
I'll give you up. I'll let you down.
Okay. So, for this, we draw one card for all players. There we go. All right.
All right.
I think I may need to deal another. Why didn't it?
Eh.
What card did you get, Alt?
I don't. I have no card.
Yeah, I don't understand why it didn't give you a card.
Maybe you hit the thing right before he was fully in the roll.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that might have
okay,
been it,
okay.
yeah.
So you can just draw one for him or recall them all and redraw.
Draw one card for Alt. There we go.
Yay.
Okay, so Aarrol Lei, you are first. You see a skeleton. What would you like to do?
I'm first?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. See a skeleton, I'm like, ah! Bones! You're not supposed to be around. And I will strike it with my mighty star knife.
Go for it.
Okay, my fighting. Fudge.
Oh no.
I missed.
It is not a total failure though, so you
Ah,
could use a
I'm gonna
Benny.
save them for some. It's only one skeleton, so I'm just like,
Okay. For what
I'm gonna
it's worth,
assume I'm just like, ah, ah, ah.
I will say for what it's worth, it is one skeleton that approached you. You are far enough in that you can see that there are two other skeletons in this room though.
Got a bone boys here. We're not here to bone. We're here to slay.
Oh god. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'll let you go there.
Okay. Banyan, you're up next.
Okay.
You hear Aarrol Lei yell "Bone Boys" there, and see a skeleton try to smack him.
Okay. Well, 3, 2, 1, kaboom! I gotta get my dice. Come on, dice bag, don't fight me. There we go. What the hell's my shooting now? Big. There it is. 20, 10, 16, 18. Yeah, okay. I got an 8.
That's a hit and a raise.
Woo.
So roll your damage and actually hang on, let me make sure that is a hit and a raise. Okay, so it's just a hit, not a raise, sorry.
Okay.
Their
well,
parry is 5.
Oh, I got 9 damage.
Okay, all right. Wow.
And now it'll take me a full turn to reload.
All right. And give me a second. I'm trying to calculate how much damage they've taken.
Would you look at that? They took no damage.
It's definitely not that. Okay, here it is. So, you did how much damage?
9.
9. Minus their toughness. All right, that one is shaken.
Not stirred.
Correct. Up next, is there anything else you're doing on your turn? Just shooting the one?
Yeah.
All right. Their turns. They're gonna attack. So first up, the one on Aarrol Lei is gonna take a swing with their claws. I believe claws would be fighting. That's a garbage roll. But there are 2 more. And considering so far he is the first and only one in the room, both are gonna go after Aarrol Lei.
No.
All right, this dice is about to go in dice jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, no, they all miss. The highest they got was a 2. So Snax, what would you like to do? You were the last one up. You see now that there are 3 of these skeletons that are attempting to attack Aarrol Lei, who is just too quick for them, and is able to dodge out of the way of their elongated claws.
Well, it is Aarrol Lei. So What do I have? I have a short sword.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into melee.
Alrighty, go for it.
Strength plus a d6. Okay.
Do you want to
There's-
attack the one that's shaken or another one?
Is the one that's shaken on anyone right now, or is anybody else in melee?
It's just Aarrol Lei and the three skeletons.
Okay.
Hemlock is just behind you guys and can't get through this narrow passageway to where you are just yet. And Father Xantis was waiting outside.
Okay. All right. I'll go for the one that's not shaken, then, or one of the ones that aren't shaken.
Got it. Also, I was mistaken. The shaken one has to make a roll at the start of his turn before he can determine whether he can act or not. He is no longer shaken.
Oh. Is he stirred?
He is not.
So strength plus a d6. So I add them together, right?
No, to hit, it's it would just be your fighting, whatever your fighting dice is, and a d6, and you take the better of the two.
Okay.
So if your fighting is a d6, you roll 2d6. If your fighting is like a d8, you roll a d8 and a d6.
Okay, so 2d6.
And remember that if you get a 6, you get to roll it again and keep going and adding those numbers together.
A 9.
Nice. Okay. So still not a raise, unfortunately, but it is definitely a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
No, it's the damage is strength plus d6. Is that because I wrote? Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Does the damage dice explode?
Mm-hmm.
11 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, that one is absolutely is just you cleave the head off of its shoulders and it just shatters against the stone vault wall.
There it goes. There goes one.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
It was just skin and bones.
Nice one.
Thanks.
And I'm going to recall all the cards and deal again. Do I shuffle every time, Kevin, or no?
No, you only shuffle if a
Okay.
joker or if you run out, if I recall correctly.
All right. Draw 1 cards for all players.
Oh, not give me a card again. That's worse.
Did you recall the last?
I did
grouping?
not.
Okay. Well, we all got a new card anyway, so that's good.
Oh, somebody got a joker.
I did.
Kevin, do you remember the rules for what happens if you get a joker?
You can go whenever you want, and I think your party gets a bonus.
Yeah, we get a Benny.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, whenever a player character draws a joker, all player characters receive a Benny.
Mhm.
So, Callie,
Uh-huh.
do you want to go first?
How many more skeletons are there?
There are 2 more.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll use my short sword once again. I'm feeling
Go for
very
it.
confident. I got Percy like cheering me on. He's got like he's got like little pom poms. Here we go.
Love it.
Ooh. Okay. So a 11.
Shit. That is a hit and a raise. So roll your damage and add an extra d6.
Okay. Five damage. I rolled low.
You can spend a Benny to reroll damage.
Sure. We
And
just
it
all
does,
got
like-
one, right?
Huh?
Yep.
We just all got one, so I'll just use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you reroll all your dice.
Okay.
Mhm.
No.
The baby is sitting on my lap and dreaming.
Ooh.
Sorry, go on. What'd you get?
10.
Fudge. All right, that one is out. How do you want to take that one out?
I run up like I'm gonna stab through it
Mhm.
with my short sword, and then I just like and I just like all the way through, just like jam my arm all the way through it with the short sword. So it's like then it takes it out and just like rip it through.
Open yourself up.
Okay.
And it's so funny. It's just like I'm gonna draw it later. Just like jam. Okay, I'm done.
I'm just imagining this happening, and then Percy's in the back with his little pom poms, and it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
jumping up and cheering at the same time.
Up next, Aarrol Lei, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna attempt to cut one's head off with my mighty star knife.
Go for it.
Yeah. 7.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Give me a second. Where's my sheet properly? Star knife. Star knife. 5 damage.
All right. So that one is shaken.
Nice.
Up next is the one remaining skeleton at exactly the same time as last initiative. First, he's going to roll to try and unshaken himself. Succeeds. Is that the only thing he can do?
Possibly.
Because when you're shaken, you can't do
You
anything
get it.
else.
You get that free vigor roll.
Oh, okay. Okay. So in that case, he's then going to attempt to claw Snax because she seems like the biggest threat at the moment. I'm gonna take it a 3. Gets nowhere near your parry.
My parry? No.
Okay. All right. That's its turn. And finally, Banyan, what would you like to do?
I gotta spend a turn reloading my gun.
Remember, you can split your action. So you could take a -2 to hit to attempt to fire this round.
I'll take a -2 to attempt to fire this round.
Okay.
Oh shit. I got a 1.
But did you get 2 ones?
No, I just got a 1 with the
Okay,
-2.
then that's not that bad. So your total was a 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of panically reload your gun and fire off a shot, but because you were trying to move so quickly, it just sort of goes flying off and completely misses.
I don't know if you've ever seen Silent Rage.
Can't say I have.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's got Chuck Norris in it. But there's a part where he like is chasing after the main bad guy who's like a weird Frankenstein monster. And his deputy like waits 5 minutes after this thing runs by him to take a shot and nearly shoots Chuck Norris. That's just what I'm imagining. It's just like, pew! Oh god, I got a 2 again.
They go first this time with King. And they're gonna attempt to hit Snax again.
That's just not right.
That's a 5 versus her parry.
Is it if it is a 5, it's going to hit like
Yeah, it's meet or beat.
Okay. All right. Yes, it hits.
All right. So there's strength plus D4 for damage. And for damage, you add them together, Kevin, or you just take the higher?
Add, I believe.
All right, so that is 8 damage. So what is Snack's toughness?
5.
All right. So the way this damage works is you take your damage, you subtract your toughness from it, and then the remaining remaining result determines what happens. So it would be 3. So you are shaken. So at the start of your turn, you can make a vigor roll to see whether or not you stay shaken or not. Hilariously, even with a 5, you are next.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your vigor roll. It's whatever your vigor dice is plus a d6, and you take the better of the 2. And you just want to get a 4 or higher.
I didn't. I got a 2 and a 1.
You could spend a penny. If you spend a penny,
How many
can,
pennies do I have?
You start with 3.
Everybody
Okay.
starts with 3, and you got 1 for free, so you still have 3. And for
Okay.
what it's worth with bennies, if you spend a penny to re-roll a vigor roll, you can just remove the shaking condition for free. You don't have to re-roll it. Is that
Cool.
right, Kevin?
I'll do that.
Yeah, you can spend a penny to
Yeah.
remove shaking. Not stirred though.
Still stirred. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll use the penny.
All right. So what do you want to do with your turn then?
There is 1 left, right? Am I wrong?
That is correct. There is 1 left.
Okay. I'm gonna, third time, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna
Go
take
for it.
my short sword and I'm gonna plunge it through. Okay. 3.
That would be a miss. You can spend a penny if you want to re-roll. Or let it go.
What if I need these? Okay, I'm gonna Could use another Benny.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll both your dice then.
That was pointless. Out of 3.
It happens sometimes.
Sometimes that's the way it be.
That'd be the way it be sometimes. So up next would be Aarrol Lei. What would you like to do? There is one more of these skeletons left that is attempting to carve Snax up with its claws.
I'm going to attempt to it. Nah, just one attack. One attack. All right, let's see if I hit this. I get in the way and I'm like, over here, as I try to attack it.
All right.
Okay. 7 on my wild die.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
17.
Holy fuck.
Nice.
2 6s and a 4, and then a 1. So yeah.
How would you like to annihilate the skeleton?
Bone dust.
All right. So I have the star knife. So I run up to it. My computer's being weird. Okay, so I run up to it, and I like spin the star knife, stab it to the eye, and then just rip the head off, and then just fling it across the room. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be attending any undead hat conventions, are you?
At that point, Hemlock sort of steps through. Looks like you handled that decently.
Indeed.
What the hell happened here? So if you would like, you guys can look around the vault if you would like. Is there anything in here that interests you that you're curious about?
I do a thorough investigation.
I'll do a notice.
Okay.
Wrong game system. I got a
Can I check for
4.
traps?
Hell yeah. I got a 4.
All right. So, yes, you can check for traps. Sorry, I was distracted by a little baby.
Little baby.
How's she doing?
Good. She just started to get a little fussy.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Understandable.
So looking around, you don't see any traps. Though I will say, Snax, you've heard of items that can be used to create undead from nothing. An item called a robe of bones. And sort of when you're looking around looking for traps, you do find these scraps of cloth that sort of look similar to what you recall this item being described as. Banyen, you did a notice roll, right? And you got a 4. Was that right? Alt.
Yes.
Okay. So looking around, you can see that there are several footprints around this area. Most seem to be goblin prints, but some appear to be from a larger humanoid.
I try and figure out what kind of humanoid, since that's my favorite enemy. Prey.
Yeah, let's say go ahead and roll another one. Roll a survival roll.
Okay, I think I'm better at that than I am at this, actually. I'm not.
And I think that we're gonna have to take a pause here because I have a little girl that's looking at me with bright eyes that may need a change.
That's fair. I got
So tell me what you got real quick, so I can write
14.
it down. Holy crap. 14 survival. And we will be right back.
Recording in progress.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. Sorry for that. We understandably have some more distractions in the house than before. So I believe Banyen got a ridiculously high survival check. Was that right?
Yeah.
So looking around and taking a closer look at these tracks that you found, you can tell that it does seem that it's 6 different goblins tracks and one set from a larger humanoid. Based on the size of the footprints, it's impossible to tell the exact, like, oh, it's like human feet and elf feet and whatnot aren't exactly different. They all wear the same kind of shoes. But it's definitely one human-sized creature. It appears that they climbed over the wall and approached and entered the vault.
Someone was in here besides us.
Oh, that's yeah. I would wager that definitely would be accurate. Any clue on who it would be?
Yeah, got some goblins, which whatever. And then there's this one over here. It looks like human, some kind of human, bigger than a goblin. That's for sure.
Yes, exactly. Bigger than a goblin. I knew it.
Looking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I hear crying.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to pause again.
You think you need to change that?
Ooh.
Hello, welcome back again.
Goodness.
So, you guys had just discovered that it looked like it was 6 goblins and 1 human-sized creature that climbed the wall and approached and entered the vault. And looking around inside the vault, you can tell that the only one of these resting places that's been disturbed is the sarcophagus that contained Ezakien Tobyn's body. Looking in, you can see that the like stone like opening where he would have been interred has been shattered, and there's nothing inside where there should normally be like a body.
There should probably be a corpse in here.
At this rate, for how long this guy's been dead, probably more like bones.
There should probably be some
But
dust in here.
it should be at least bones, not necessarily
Bone
dust.
dust.
It's been about
Well,
10 years since this individual died.
I want bone dust over there where that skeleton
Excuse?
exploded after Kev destroyed it.
I don't know
fair.
what have had such a grudge against this thing.
I'm trying to convince my dad to watch that movie when he's up here.
Yeah, Yeah, somebody's a bit of a grudge here.
The sheriff is sort of perplexed by this too. He's like, I don't. The former father didn't have any enemies that I'm aware of. I don't know who would have a grudge against him, specifically one that would go so far into the years after his death. And if so, why take his bones?
Magic, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, well, I'm not answer.
I mean, they clearly don't need bodies to create skeletons, though, considering these didn't come from this room.
I have heard there's a black market for holy man bones and relics for dark stuff.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
The more holy, the more you get out of it, because you know it's got magic. It's blessed.
Yeah. And you get like 3 holies for every bone, yeah. It's really good.
It's like a package deal.
Yeah. What do you think, Snax?
I found the thing, right, with the bones?
Yeah, you found that piece of a robe that looks like the sort of thing that can be used to summon those kind of skeletons.
Okay. Well, you guys, they summon the skeleton, so maybe. Oh, no. I gotta. I don't really know what's going on. I'm gonna be real. Here's a skeleton thing, and I don't know anything about like mythical creatures or anything like that. I'm just a girl.
That sounds oddly specific to know. I mean, it's just animated skeletons. They're not exactly mythical. I mean, we just fought some.
No, I mean, like, who said anything about mythical creatures? Like,
You did.
You
I didn't
did.
say anything.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. We all heard it.
And
You kind of did, the sheriff says.
is there something you're not telling us? Like
No. What would I not have to tell?
it seemed, it just
Seemed
seems to be,
jumpy.
yeah, he seemed very shady kind of on with just the fact we're investigating that. You didn't have anything to do with this by accident. I mean, if there was an accident, I'm sure Hemlock here will show, you know, lenience since you did help with the goblin attack.
We are heroes.
Whoa. No. I had nothing to do with any of this. And Percy also had nothing to do with this, right?
Percy, who had just been picking through the knuckle bones of one of the skeletons that you guys annihilated.
Oh, I love that game.
Knuckle bones?
Yeah.
The sheriff says, I don't believe any of you were involved in this. Clearly, all of you have alibis for what you were doing during the raid.
Yeah.
I do, however, recommend that aside from speaking to the priest about to Father Xantus about this, that you keep this information to yourselves. The town folk have had enough distress this week. After all, they don't need to hear about the theft of the remains of a beloved former priest on top of everything else, at least not right away.
Do my best. I do have that annoying barred tongue kind of thing going on.
I'm just a chatterbox.
Right. Well, do your best at least.
We'll do our best. We'll make sure that we keep it on the DL. No secrets.
Yep.
Again, you seem very like gung ho about this, not knowing things. It's really weird.
Yeah,
You seem very nervous.
No, I'm not.
All right.
all right then. Seems perfectly reasonable to me.
With that, Hemlock says, I'm going to go and do some more research and possibly reach out to some contacts in Magnamar. I'm beginning to think that there is more to this raid than we had anticipated, and we could maybe use some backup.
I have spent too much time engaged with Pokemon lately. You said Magmar, and my brain was like, Magmar? Like
you know that Magnamar is the next largest city nearby. And actually sort of the like holdings of Sandpoint, so they're responsible for Sandpoint. So if Hemlock were to ask them for like aid in rousing a larger militia, they would technically be honor bound to actually abide by that. But being the fact that Sandpoint is so small, they tend to get ignored a lot.
It's that, oh, we'll help you, says the treaty. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Enjoy the movie. Yeah, you too. Why did I say that? He's not seeing the movie. Just kidding.
Yeah, I get that a lot when I used to work at a movie theater.
Really? People
like,
would
have,
just say that.
Have a great day, and they're like, it'd be like, enjoy your movie. It's like, you enjoy it too. It's like, thank you. I will enjoy my movie. Next.
It's just habit.
Yeah.
And I guarantee every person that does that just like immediate regret for the next 6 hours.
Yeah. There's a great song about it.
So
about that specific thing.
Yes. Hold on. I'll link the video on the Discord.
Okay.
So yeah, that's well, if you find anything more, I guess we'll let you know, or you let us know, Hemlock.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've learned anything else, let me know.
All right, I gotta prepare my epic ballad of the great adventure of fighting the hordes of undead in the Great Crypt. Yes.
Honestly, I can't even say anything. I didn't do jack shit.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I missed every shot I took.
Well, there's a saying about that. Something about missing shots, and it's a good thing, because if not, you always, I don't know. I'm not good with them idiot hymns.
Nailed it.
Flawless. So as you guys make your way out and up towards where you left Father Xantus, do you have anything that you want to say to him or ask him at all?
Yeah, Father Xantus. So did you know did you know anything about your predecessor, really? I mean, how much did you know the guy?
Well, I knew Ezakien Tobyn quite well. He was the one who trained me, after all.
Like, and you don't think he had any enemies or anything? Did he have any, like, I don't know, like ex-apprentices, like other acolytes who might have gone more a dark path, but weren't necessarily enemies, or like ambitious, like, I don't know, cousins or something that were like, we could really do something with his bones for inheritance or something like that. You know.
I mean, there were several acolytes that trained alongside me. We tend to have about 4 or 5 on staff at all times. I myself only have 2 at this time, just because the cathedral was just built.
It's a lovely cathedral.
But when I was going through my training, it was myself and 4 other acolytes and his adopted daughter Nualia. But I mean, all of the acolytes that I've ever trained with, they all had only good things to say about Father Tobyn. He was kind-hearted. He was stern and sometimes, but he was a bit old-fashioned.
Is there perhaps some type of bizarre trial going on?
Trial?
Yeah, like I don't know, like that they're accusing the old bishop of doing something, and they gotta somehow make it a case. And I don't know. I heard about it one time.
As far as I know, nobody ever accused Father Tobyn of anything.
Okay, that was a real thing that happened.
It was
Mhm.
it was a devastating loss when the cathedral burned down several years ago, and both Tobin and his daughter died in the fire. There's
What caused that fire? Did anyone figure it out?
no the cause. I mean, in small towns like this, those sorts of things happen. It could have been a fallen candle. It could have been a malfunctioning lantern. It could have been anything.
Mm.
It did start
Misuse
here in the
magic
cathedral,
rituals.
though, but it spread to several other buildings. It spread to the map maker's shop and the White Deer, which, well, at the time had been the Black Deer, and then afterwards that name seemed kind of so it was
Apricot.
renamed. But as far as I know, the only lives lost in that fire were Tobin and Nualia.
Is
Mm.
that okay?
Well, the fire broke out here and spread before anyone had a chance to raise the alarm. And it's assumed that they probably died of smoke inhalation before anybody could have warned anyone. By the time it spread to the other buildings, everyone had time to flee.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Seems oddly specific.
Yeah. Just like Snax's denials.
Mm-hmm.
Not denying anything, and I'm not denying anything. It's all in your heads.
Mm.
I don't think that's accurate because I usually don't think about anything. So
What? I wasn't
What?
thinking of anything.
exactly, yeah, you get it. You get it.
All right, well, if you think of anything, just let us know.
Absolutely, yeah. So is there anything else that the group of you would like to do this evening?
Interrogate Snacks,
What?
LA Noir style.
What are you telling us?
X to doubt. The evidence you are giving me right now makes the scenario you're suggesting very unlikely.
Yeah.
Don't interrogate me. I'm fine.
It was the raccoon, wasn't it?
I'm not
Raccoon
hiding
stole the
anything.
body.
Oh, Percy, how could you?
The raccoon has skeletons in his closet.
Literally.
The raccoon has a closet.
The raccoon has a bigger closet than me?
You guys are getting paid.
I just imagine. Well, you guys have rooms at the Rusty Dragon. I'm just imagining that like Snack sleeps in the bed, and Percy just clambers up into the top shelf and sleeps in the closet.
Mm.
Because he likes to feel tall. So, if you guys don't have any other plans for the moment, I think we may end there a little early just because life reasons. And also so that Reese can join us for the next section.
I'm just going to go back to Madame Vashti and get my card reading again.
Okay.
Vashti's going to be like, here's a card of a very obvious cat girl being chucked off a cliff.
No, she actually probably absolutely loves the attention and will give you a card reading for any little question you have.
Here's a picture of a cat girl being chucked off a cliff. Is that good? Is that
Depends
good?
on your point of view.
It's a running
So
joke.
what are Aarrol Lei and Snax doing?
Early just plays songs in the taverns, makes some, entertainment. Any coin he can get, but for the most part, just doing what he do, entertaining the family of Sandpoint. Because he's got to work.
Don't stop believing.
He's not some sort of rich adventurer.
What about Snax?
I'm gonna go look for food.
Snax desperately tries to sneak away from.
You good, kiddo? She's making funny noises. Yeah, so you can definitely find what you're looking for fairly easily. There are plenty of people in the marketplace that can provide whatever you're looking for.
Okay.
And
I take it to my room.
No one can know that I eat.
And we'll pick up there next time. So going around real quick, plugs. Oh, do you have anything going on lately?
Not at the moment. I'm currently working on getting commissions back open and doing some streaming and etc. etc. You can find me at Altazeal on Twitter, and you should also go follow Colloquy at Colloquy on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. What about you, Callie?
Hello. I am Callie, Callie on Twitter. You can find me there. Most of the time, I just post about Muppets.
Hell yeah.
Which the people that follow me for Dungeons and Dragons things exclusively must be like really surprised at the amount of Muppet stuff that I repost. Anyway, I run a game. It's called Unwritten. Happens every other Tuesday on Fresh Moon D&D. It's fun. You should watch it. There was a therapy session last time. It unfortunately there's not a VOD of it, but I have it recorded. It is probably my favorite episode so far, so I might post it on my YouTube, which will take forever because my internet sucks at the moment. But one day somebody will see it. But yeah, that happens every other Tuesday. Fraction Moon D&D, watch it. That's it for me.
What about you, Kev?
Just check out our channel. All of our stuff. Voldemort by Night. The Power Rangers game that's going to be coming up soon. Mage coming up soon. This coming up soon. If you're watching this, it's already there. Yeah, check out all of our stuff. Though note, obviously with a new baby, our schedule might be a little wonky, and or some of our games might be a bit shorter sessions or a little bit more chaotic. Either way,
Yeah.
if we entertain you and you have fun, that's what matters. And baby.
Mm-hmm.
And baby.
Baby.
Yeah, so we will see you guys next time and hopefully have a full party for it. Yeah, we'll see what the heroes of Sandpoint get up to in the future. Ciao.
Bye.